Treasury yield fell because jobless claims went up, unemployment went up, and that's not good for the economy. But it's good for inflation, so to speak, and that's why markets started rallying. And today we're seeing more of that rally, right? So I guess that's good because when the market rallies, when the money starts flowing, that's very, very, very good for everything, including Bitcoin. You know what? Berkshire Hathaway and Warren Buffett, they're just like stockpiling on cash right now, right? Actually, it came out that Berkshire Hathaway now has about 189 billion. And he doesn't know what he's going to do with that money. He thinks it's good to build a cash position right now, right? Despite everything that's going on, which could be a good move. But, people are urging him, like Elon, urging him to take a position in Tesla, which may happen, but probably not because Warren Buffett is heavily invested in another EV company called BYD, which goes against Elon, and Tesla's kind of losing to right now. So I don't think that's going to happen. Or something else that will probably never happen in his lifetime is maybe you go put that into Bitcoin. Michael Saylor says Bitcoin is hope for Berkshire Hathaway. 189 billion. Can you imagine $189 billion just being put on Coinbase and you have a $189 million buy on a spot market? What that would do? That would be absolutely crazy. That would be craziness. Again, less chance of that than Berkshire investing in Tesla, but one can wish, and maybe whoever takes over afterwards will have a different, different opinion about Bitcoin. It's unfortunate. Grayscale started out the day good, and this is important because for the first time in Grayscale Bitcoin ETF history, we had an inflow. I made a big deal about this in my Sunday walk video yesterday, which I actually posted on the main channel. Usually on the CRU Plus, but I want to see how it do on the main channel. But this was one of the big things I'm looking forward to this week. If Grayscale is not outflowing this week and starts inflowing with the rest of the ETFs, watch out. Get ready because this week will be absolutely fantastic. Grayscale has led the selling for 3 months almost, 2.5 months, selling anywhere from 20 to 30 million, all the way up to $500, $600 million per day. Okay, and even recently, a few days, selling over $100 million. Now, if that stops and we're getting inflows of $100 million every single day, that is going to help Bitcoin short term. A lot, right? And that's what we want. We want more inflows than outflows. So this is another thing to look forward to this week. It's too early to tell. Grayscale shares are up still, right? So we'll have to see how it goes, right? But it would not surprise me. It would not surprise me at all. Now that we're seeing a reversal on Grayscale, possibly just starting an inflow finally, that we start seeing some real pressure on the buy side build up. I mean, if you think about $100 million being sold every single day for like basically 77 days, that's a lot. That's a lot of selling pressure. And if you just remove that, guess what? That's go help the buy side tremendously. Okay, so we have that to look forward to also. Something else from a macro perspective, I should have like moved to this when I talked about bonds and all that stuff. But in the U.S. though, we have the M2 money supply, which unfortunately is turning upwards again. This will also help Bitcoin in the long run, because whenever money starts flowing, that means people are using that money to do something with. Right? And a lot of people do put that money into investments like Bitcoin. But you could see for about a year and a half, M2 money supply actually went down, which is actually a good thing because look at how much it has gone up since 2020 and 2021. And it started coming back down in 2022, and 2023 looked good, and now we're going back up. And why this is good for Bitcoin and bad for everything else like inflation? Well, because where's the money coming from? Why is the supply so high, right? It's generally because the US government is printing money, right? And we don't want to see that because printing money dilutes the existing supply and causes inflation to go up. But it's good for Bitcoin because if you're holding hard assets like Bitcoin, or you could argue real estate or anything else or gold, it's good because inflation is causing the price to go up. But nothing has ever outperformed Bitcoin, so Bitcoin is the best one to hold. However, if you look at this, you'll see that every time M2 money supply goes upwards in a big way, what happens? Bitcoin pumps up to a new high. It's almost like it's correlated, one-to-one correlation. And you can see when the M2 money supply goes down, that's usually a signal for Bitcoin's bottom. So if it is going to start going up again, well, that's going to be fantastic for Bitcoin. Another reason why we need to get ready, because if this happens, inflation will start getting out of control once again and drive things to the moon, and that includes Bitcoin. This just came out about 40 minutes ago or an hour ago that the SEC may be suing Robinhood. Okay, the SEC likes to send Wells notice to like everyone. And basically, it's the stupidest thing if you think about it. Basically, if you get a Wells notice, it's saying, okay, we may or may not sue you. And there's nothing you could do about it. We're not asking for more information. We're not asking you to stop anything. We're just giving you a warning that we may sue you. That, for my interpretation, that's what a Wells notice is. So as a company, when Coinbase got their Wells notice, they're like, okay, tell us what to do. What can we do to stop? No answer. And then like what, a year later to get sued. Uniswap recently got one. They don't know what the hell to do, right? And then now Robinhood gets one. So, this is the exact reason why Consensus, representing Ethereum, is suing the SEC. Because it's a stupid practice. It's like you can't even do anything about it. It's like, I don't know. It's like the police department sending you a letter saying, hey, we may issue you a ticket. End of letter. No explanation why. And there's nothing you could do about it. Basically, that's how I'm interpreting it. And, this caused some FUD today. And we know Robinhood doesn't like lawsuits. They generally just give in really, really easily. Unlike Coinbase or unlike anyone else that's been fighting, they tend to give in. Hopefully they don't just give in to whatever SEC wants, but they probably don't even know what SEC wants at this point. Robinhood doesn't even sell that much crypto.